Welcome back, friends, to part 3 of installing the solar array on sailing vessel airspeed. We made some great progress yesterday. The panels were installed, mounted, and fixed, and the next step is wiring. But before we do the wiring, which we'll save for part 4, I want to show you how the panels are mounted, and we'll give you a quick tour of some of the electronics that we're going to be putting in to interface the solar panels with our battery bank. I have 8-year-old Joshua here, who is my little engineering helper. He watches lots and lots of YouTube videos and studies a lot of science and math and engineering stuff, don't you, bud? What's your favorite engineering topic? What's that? Solar panels. Yeah, awesome. Well, this is the project for you. All right, so here we go. This is the arch facing aft, and you can see the panels are installed up here on the top of the arch. And we'll climb up the side of the tower here. Hopefully I don't fall down. This is what it looks like from up here. There's still some debris from cutting and drilling and doing my thing here, but they're mounted, they're nice and solid. And as we showed you in the video yesterday, we have these trusses here that are 1 inch by 2 inch by 1/8 inch thick, and they run 50 inches bow to stern. And the solar panels are mounted to this truss, and this truss here is mounted to the arch. And I used 1/4-20 stainless to 3/16 stainless and nylock nuts, and they're in nice and strong. If you're using a tower in the box, which is, in my opinion, one of the best tower kits you can get, you're gonna use a 5-inch bolt here, and that will leave you about 1/2 inch to thread on the nut. Now here, there's a coupler. The arch is a 3 pieces. There's a left and a right, and then there's a coupler in the middle here. This coupler is a wider diameter. You're gonna need a 5.5 inch long bolt in order to have enough meat to thread on and get everything going. As discussed prior, we're using LG Neon R Prime 420 watt panels for a total of 840 watts of solar. And we are actually going to be configuring these in 2 separate arrays on 2 separate charge controllers. Some people will say that's a great idea. Other people will say that's a stupid idea. Whatever you think is whatever you think. My rationale is I'd rather have 2 charge controllers so I can control them independently. To be able to control them independently also gives the ability to have some redundancy and some failover. We'll always, in all probability, have at least one of them functioning. Even if one charge controller fails, we'll be able to always have at least 420 watts of solar while the other one is either replaced or repaired. In terms of wiring, we're gonna run 2 separate home runs of 10 gauge, 10-2 wire, 10 gauge by 2 filaments running inside a single jacket. And I haven't decided whether I'm gonna run it inside the tubes of the arch. For a neat and tidy install, I really should. But there are some problems with that, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I will probably, in the interest of time, just run them and zip tie them to the arch tubes. I think that is probably the route I'm gonna take. And then of course I'm gonna have to penetrate the deck here, not in this location, but similar to this. And then we're gonna have to snake the wire through the conduit, up through the aft cabins, through the aft cabin closet, and then through the wet locker, which is trying to think, right over that bunch of line right there, that halyard. Right underneath there is the locker. And go from there. So this here was another short video, just a quick update on the progress, and I promise we'll be back with another update with the wiring. And as always, if you like this video and you like this series, you found it useful, we appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button so you will be a member of the Airspeed team, and hit the notification bell so that you receive all notifications when we come out with new content. All these things are simple, they're free, they're easy ways to support the channel, encourage us to make more content, and it'll also encourage YouTube to recommend our stuff to other people that might be looking for it. So until next time, out. A little sneak peek of the hardware that we're going to be using to manage the solar array. Here we have two Victron MPPT 150s, one for each of the two panels, and then we're using the Lynx distributor here for a really clean set of inputs that are fused. It's essentially two bus bars, and we'll go into a little bit more detail on how that's all going to be configured. See you next.